Think Different TV, live every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hosted by me, your girl Ashia. Join me as I discuss social topics, spotlight independent artists, and share financial tips. Join the conversation. I want to hear what you have to say. Think Different TV, where minds meet. You're the reason I wake up, the reason I smile.
You've been here before.
Trying to watch Charlie's Angels.
Ooh, real scared.
Can it?
This is the best movie ever.
Cannot live in fairness and equity with each other.
He is by far the most influential, preeminent African-American faith leader in the country. Not L.A., not California, in the country.
The world's oldest man has died at the age of 114. Take a look. Juan Vicente Perez Mora was born in Venezuela in 1909. And
Black maternal mortality has struck again in America. And this time it's with 40-year-old Crystal, aka Chrissy Anderson, who was a former Kansas City Chiefs cheerleader. So now this is her here with her husband, and this is what happened according to him. Her husband says that his wife started to get a fever after she delivered their stillborn, which was apparently because of an infection, which then led to organ failure and 3 other surgeries. Now, sepsis causes your organs to stop working properly. You go into septic shock, your blood pressure drops, and a lot of times it's fatal, and in this case it was.
Actor has been found dead this afternoon.
27-year-old Cole Brings Plenty. Lawrence PD has been looking for him. He was wanted on allegations of domestic violence.
In the world of reggae dancehall, a somber note resonates. Mark Buju Banton Myrie, revered veteran, finds himself in the grip of an unimaginable loss. His son, Miles Myrie, has reportedly walked into the sunset. The details remain shrouded in mystery.
Bassar, you meant a lot to me.
Two parents left with so many questions after their son's body was found Sunday in the Schuylkill River near Spring Garden Street in Philadelphia. 21-year-old Asar Scott Thomas has been missing since March 7th until a passerby found his body in the water.
I had to go to the funeral place to see that boy, man. Boy, but that was hard.
Okay, so the rumor is true. Okay, we just traded you. Okay, we traded you to the Indianapolis Colts. All right, so you okay?
No, I want to call my grandmother.
You can call your grandmother? Okay, this hasn't hit the papers or anything like that. Okay, well, why don't we do a little business first, okay? Before you call grandma, okay? There's a little bit of urgency because you got a storm coming. They probably want to get you on a plane here pretty quickly. Okay. Now listen, Vontae, you kind of up and down. We got to get it to where it's just a little small wave where the consistency level is more consistent. And before you become a great, which I think you have the ability to be, you got these waves got to be a lot smaller. Okay, and that's probably why you're being traded. I'm just being transparent with you. I want you to know why it hasn't worked for us here. I think the world of you as a person, and I appreciate you busting your ass here as the Miami Dolphin the last 3 years. And I know you'll do well.
Thanks.
I know you'll do well. Okay.
Let me also reiterate what Stefan said about the attack on the World Food Kitchen members, World Central Kitchen, excuse me. First, I can only say that for so many of us, we extend our condolences to the loved ones, to the families, the friends, the colleagues of those who lost their lives.
And turning now to the deadly bridge collapse in Baltimore, President Biden toured the wreckage today by helicopter, getting an aerial view of the damage. He also met with the families of the 6 victims. He vowed that the federal government would not rest until the bridge has been rebuilt.
Clause number 88C01-2210 F1833, State of Indiana versus Dejon Anderson. Ms. Anderson, for the record, would you state your full name, please?
Yes, I am Princess Califia Hatan Tupac-Bey II, representing the entity Dejon Anderson.
You're known as Dejon Anderson?
I'm representing the entity as Dejon Anderson.
Your date of birth?
My date of birth is February 2nd, 1961.
And that would make you how old?
That would make me 63 years old.
And the last 4 digits, your social security number?
I do not have a social security number. I have a declaration of nationality underneath the Washita Morris of the Indigenous People of the United Nations, Chapter 21593.
You already know what time it is. Got the whole pack out here, you heard? Here we go. Whole pack outside, you heard? Rest in peace, DMX. We outside, heavy. Check my motherfucker still pulling in. Look at this. We got everything outside, everything.
X, let's give it to X because he stayed true to himself and to it. He never sold out. He never sold out, man. He kept it real to the casket drop. You know what I'm saying? And you don't get real cats like that, man, that represent to the beginning to the end. He ain't sell out. He wasn't for no money. You couldn't buy him. He couldn't do anything.
Do you remember this cop who had relations with a lot of other cops in Tennessee? Did you know that she just won $500,000? Former Tennessee police officer who went wild with 6 officers on the job has settled her lawsuit for $500,000. Megan Hall says that she was groomed by male police officers and sued the city of Laverne. Hall allegedly hooked up with multiple colleagues, performed on 2 officers on the job, had a threesome with an officer and his wife, and much more. It states here that Megan blamed her actions on both her troubled marriage and the police department itself.
46-year-old Michelle Young from Burlington, Iowa, is behind bars because she went to a total stranger's house, knocked on the door, and they didn't let her in. So she lit a fire on their porch to get their attention. They still didn't let her in. They were watching the entire time on Ring camera. They called the police, and the police arrested her. And when they arrested her, she confessed to starting the fire. Her reasons? They had a sign on their porch that said, "Witches welcome."
A man from Greencastle was arrested and accused of biting his newborn baby. After the 2-week-old child was found with multiple mouth-shaped bruises during a visit to the doctor's office. Staff members at Whitham Hospital in Lebanon had contacted the police when they discovered bruises on the baby's wrist, shoulder, and knee on November 3rd of 2022. Court documents also state that the father, Gavin Rogers, admitted to hospital staff that he may have bitten or kissed the newborn too forcefully during play. A detective who reviewed photos of the baby's bruises identified at least 6 marks that appeared to be bite marks. The baby's mother informed the police that she had not witnessed Rogers biting the child, but they took turns caring for her. In a police interview, Rogers acknowledged that he might have nibbled too hard while the baby was fully clothed. Further investigation did reveal that nursing staff had previously filed reports regarding Rogers' behavior when the newborn was in the NICU. Concerns were raised after staff members overheard Rogers referring to the baby as evil and ungrateful.
Let this go! Can I do that with freedom? All I care about is freedom! That's fine. I've been there before. I'm not scared. I've been there before. This is hurting my elbow. It's hurting my wrist. You're hurting me, Sheriff. You're hurting me, Sheriff. Why are you choking? I
Breaking news, Taiwan has been hit with a massive 7.4 magnitude earthquake. It was Taiwan's strongest earthquake in 25 years. It has taken 9 people so far and injured more than 1,000.
Well, we just had another one.
Tonight, more aftershocks from Friday's historic earthquake are raising new questions and seismic concerns.
Maybe that was an aftershock.
NBC 10 Philadelphia reporter Brian Sheehan was moments away from a live report when his team felt one.
Yeah, are you good?
In New Jersey, this mom grabbing her daughter as they felt one too. Dozens of aftershocks reported since the rare 4.8 magnitude tremor that rattled New York City on this Earth cam shot, along with the rest of the East Coast.
Quick question for you. So I smelled marijuana in your vehicle. Did you recently smell?
No. Once he's arrested for driving with a suspended license, they can search his car. Officer Oliver leaves the car, does a 360, and then goes back in the car, retrieving a sealed liquor bottle and pours it out. That was the sound of the seal on the liquor bottle breaking. Here's another angle. While Officer Muth questions Riley about marijuana again,
Somebody else is smoking your car earlier.
Oliver tosses the empty bottle into the passenger seat. They don't find any marijuana in the car.
Nah, this is really crazy. Like, what? North Carolina State University closes Poe Hall building after 150 cancer cases are linked back to the building.
HIV cases continue to soar across the Southeast, according to recent data from the CDC. Officials say Metro Atlanta had the 3rd highest rate of new cases among U.S. metro areas in 2021.
How the is this legal? A new report came out this morning of a lawsuit that alleges that Netflix paid Facebook $100 million back in 2011 to access private messages from people who were using Facebook. And obviously they were doing this to gather information and data of people on Facebook so they could use it on Netflix to recommend shows and movies. Oh, and this wasn't just like a one and done thing. No, of course not. They were doing this for 10 years. All right, now stay with me for a second. 2 of the biggest companies in America are accessing private data from their users. But we're looking to ban TikTok.
Holy hell! Holy shit! Did you feel it?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that barge is loose.
It was moving quick.
That barge is loose.
There's a man standing right there.
No, it didn't knock that bridge down. I don't know. Oh my God.
I feel like I'm about to throw up.
Look at the barge, kind of hitting the barge. Hey Tyler, keep your phone and call 911. Because they have to shut this bridge down.
How are we going to get done?
Holy hell, look at that barge, what it did. Did the guy not see it? I don't know. Look, that one's loose. It's all loose from the barge, I think. Oh my gosh, man. I think he's let go of it. That one hit the other side. What bridge is this? US 69.
Yes, ma'am. My name is Tyler Crawford. This is US 59.
US 59 bridge at Kerr Reservoir.
US 59 at Kerr Reservoir. We just seen a barge hit the bridge pillar.
And barges are loose.
Barges are loose in the river right now. No, it doesn't look like any injuries or anything, but he hit the bridge piling very hard.
I mean, it bent the barge.
Bent the barge. The barge is kicked free.
Attorneys for Hugo accused Williams of fraudulently seeking sole control over the Neptune's trademark, which they claim is a violation of their agreement to split everything equally.
For real, you make enough money.
It shouldn't even be an argument. Even if Chad's doing this just as a, well, like, I should have something.
That's fair. Fine. We are the Neptune.
NERD is nothing without Chad.
And if it's NERD, give the other black guy, Chad, and him, give them the fair. It's NERD. Pharrell, you're a producer without the Neptune. You produce God-level songs without Chad. You don't need the whole Neptune's name, bro. You're supposed to be the peace guy.
Well, if you were trying to dissect any of the tweets that Metro Boomin put out in the last 4 days, unfortunately, wasn't him. So apparently he just tweeted out saying his phone number just got back to him because it was hacked or taken over, and his Twitter account had been hacked. So the tweet he made yesterday, well, not him, but the tweet that was made yesterday in his account was not him. So he wasn't talking about 21 Savage. He wasn't saying, villain era stuff, whatever. That wasn't him.
Off the air.
I was hired to throw shade.
Their radio show had a lot of buzz.
Point me.
Yeah, because this is my...
Okay.
Yeah.
But that buzz was killed when they each got pink slips, signed, sealed, delivered. Andrew Caldwell, former Love and Hip Hop star Tiffany Fox, and Shorty DePrince axed from their home team morning radio show. And it's messy.
They didn't hire you to come to our studio and have sex.
Excuse me, what?
A TSR exclusive.
I'ma never let nobody play with my name or my reputation.
Shorty and Tiffany Fox stepping into the shade room to set it straight. The inappropriate workplace allegations against them and why they say Caldwell's lies to HR was part of the reason their show was canceled.
I didn't know that this was going on behind my back.
I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates.
In case you missed it, Rod Wave has been released from jail. He was arrested the other day in Florida on 2 counts of illegal possession of a firearm as a convicted felon. Fortunately for him, those charges are confirmed to have been wrong. He was released yesterday from jail only hours after his arrest. His lawyer was pissed. He said the entire basis of that allegation was that the ammunition was on a kitchen counter or table adjacent to a folder that had some papers with his name in it. That's it. That's certainly not enough to charge somebody and certainly not enough to convict him. Sounds like a lawsuit to me. Wrapping up with Diddy, multiple documentaries are reportedly already in the works. Even though Diddy has yet to be charged, these production companies are still in the process of breaking down his legal issues in various documentaries. They've been in talks with people who've worked with Diddy, former backup dancers, bad boy executives, making the band producers, security guards, and more. Even Aubrey O'Day and Cassie have been reached out to about interviews. Will you be watching? That's a wrap for In Case You Missed It.
Not Rod Wave taking pics with cops after he was accidentally arrested by mistake. Oh man, so check this out. So basically, 5 men were arrested in connection to a shooting outside a sports bar. Police believe that Rod Wave has connections or is affiliated with these guys. And Rod Wave was reportedly seen in the surveillance camera also. So the shooting reportedly started when one of the 5 suspects, Elias Torres, spotted someone he had beef with and then called the other 4 guys to join him. They reportedly fired 60 rounds and none of them hit the intended targets according to reports. 4 bystanders were injured during the shoot. So when cops found out that Rod Wave was there during the altercation, he was also arrested, charged with a felon in possession of a firearm. Hours later, St. Petersburg police realized they made a mistake. Rod Wave was not in fact a convicted felon. He was released from jail. And to add insult to injury, police had a message for Rod Wave, told him he needs to distance himself from people like this. So after he was accidentally arrested, they want to give him some tips. Oh man, that's it for this one. I'm out. Peace.
Smack that
I'm on my way to work.
You on the way to work?
Yes. Oh my God. Why my phone acting stupid as fuck?
Yeah, come on, I got a ride, auntie.
I know. Oh, you got me shaking.
I don't shake, baby.
Okay.
I don't shake, auntie.
Okay, come on. Oh, hey, y'all.
Sit on my lap with it, ain't you?
Yeah, I want to fucking fuck you. The fuck?
Oh, Lord.
Look at the picture, look. Yeah, smile with your goatee. Yeah. Yeah. All right, y'all be careful and be safe.
Always.
All right, it's beautiful in here, too.
So, don't worry about it.
Bye.
Okay. You sexually assaulted me. Well, let's go.
The longer I live, the more I learn. And I learned that, back in the days, I was that person.
Has anyone seen Diddy lately? Tell him the FBI is looking for him and tell Mary J. Blige they might come calling soon. Okay, just kidding, but let's be for real. This is no funny matter, y'all.
We're told this is part of a federal investigation into human trafficking led out of the Southern District of New York. Once again, you're looking at live pictures from the home of Sean Combs, also known as Diddy. HSI is on the scene.
Diddy's homes have been raided by law enforcement, and if we've learned anything from the Epstein cases, that just means this is the beginning of the end, because for the FBI to bring their suits to your house, then they probably have some big facts and they're just looking for evidence. Did he do it? Did he do it? Let's find out.
Diddy had that pace, and he had that look in his face that he knows something may be wrong, or they may have something on him. Because they took things out of there. We may not have seen what they took, but they had bags and boxes of stuff that they took out of there. So he knows. He's getting a play-by-play of what's going on.
Reality star couple Julie and Todd Chrisley reported to federal prisons. Todd in Florida to start serving his 12-year sentence, while Julie went to Kentucky to begin her 7 years. The pair convicted last year of tax evasion and defrauding community banks out of over $30 million in loans, accused of using that money to fund a lifestyle they couldn't actually afford.
The last letter was May 16th. The next letter is May 25th. Day 129. Happy anniversary. Today is our 27th wedding anniversary. My marriage is something I'm so proud of. It hasn't always been easy, but it's been so worth it. This is the first anniversary Todd and I have spent apart. I know God is in every situation, but man, it's difficult. What is he trying to teach us? Definitely changes your perspective on so many things. I've always known I was a strong person, but this is testing me in a way I've never imagined. Lord, help me make it through the day. So 27 years. Mom and Dad have been married. Well, I guess we're coming up on 28. Wow. I couldn't imagine. How long has it been since they've actually spoken? I'm starting to lose track now. Well, since January, a year and a half. Yeah, a little over 14 months.
Okay, can I tell my birthday?
It's a bad her birthday is next week. So shout out to all the birthday is next week.
Absolutely.
Young Miami.
Yes.
Let me get this to you. It's a gift.
What is this?
What did you just say?
So my homeboy Charlie C, you've been served.
Oh my God, y'all gotta get in here and see this. Chance the Rapper's wife, Kirsten Corley, announced that she and Chance the Rapper are getting a divorce after months of separation. Now, in a recent Instagram post, she said, after a period of separation, the two of us arrived at the decision to part ways. She went on to say, we came to this decision amicably and with gratitude for the time we spent together. God has blessed us with two beautiful daughters who we will continue to raise together. She went on to say, we kindly ask for privacy and respect as we navigate through this transition. Thank you, Chance and Kirsten.
Here are 4 updates on Gypsy Rose Blanchard since she went viral after announcing her split with her husband. 1. She got a matching tattoo with her ex. Gypsy was previously engaged to a man named Ken Urker who wrote to her in prison before her relationship with her current husband Ryan Anderson. Ken and Gypsy met last week at Sailor Bob's tattoo shop in Los Angeles where they got matching husky dog tattoos. When they put their arms together, the two huskies face each other. However, they claim this relationship is simply platonic. 2. Ryan Anderson said the truth will be revealed in the upcoming Lifetime show. A close friend of Gypsy told people that Gypsy was, quote, afraid Anderson was going to hit her. On April 6, Anderson posted a message on Instagram and TikTok in which he thanked his followers for their support and revealed that they would see what, quote, really happened when the upcoming Lifetime show the former couple has been filming airs. According to the Daily Mail, he said, quote, I'm not doing well. For me, it just came out of the blue. 3. Gypsy is not pregnant. Gypsy cleared up the rumors swirling about her being pregnant, saying she's on birth control and absolutely not pregnant. 4. She recently got a nose job. Gypsy underwent a combination of rhinoplasty and septoplasty performed by Dr. J. Joseph, a respected surgeon in Louisiana. She told People magazine, quote, I'm going through a personal transformation journey currently, and that includes a physical one too.
Russell Simmons is making it clear he supports his daughter Aoki Lee Simmons amid her romance with restaurateur Vittorio Assaf. I'm not going to kick and scream about her choices, Russell 66 told TMZ on Monday, April 8th. All I can do is offer my advice and unconditional love. Russell told the outlet that he spoke with Aoki, 21, a day before news broke that she was linked to Asif, 65.
So, in I Am a Bitter, Tired, Washed-Up R&B Singer news, Latasha Scott tries to halt the Queens of R&B tour over the Escape trademark.
I live kind of in hell. I'm not out a lot, so this is like a little difficult just for my system.
And when we saw you last at the Emmys presenting, and can I just say the emotions that I felt when you came out on that stage?
Thank you so much. Oh my God. You're totally shaming me with disability by standing up. It's fine. Okay.
Were you able to take in the moment, the standing ovation and everything?
Yeah, I actually kind of blacked out. People said, "Oh, you were so funny," and I'm like, I don't even know what I said.
We have breaking news in the country cast. Country star Colt Ford is currently in the intensive care unit at a hospital out in Arizona after he suffered a heart attack following his performance last night out in Gilbert, Arizona at Dierks Bentley's Whiskey Row venue.
Did you know that Patrick Mahomes has been embarrassed once again? And it's not because of his play on the field or the ability to play football or anything that has to do with something that we should be criticizing the superstar quarterback, the A-list quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. But once again, Patrick Mahomes is being embarrassed by somebody in the Mahomes family. This time it's not Brittany. This time it's not Jackson. This time it's none other than his dad, Patrick Mahomes Sr. And this is absolutely crazy. Today we got the breaking news that Patrick Mahomes' dad may be facing up to 10 years in prison due to his DWI indictment. This means that Patrick Mahomes just got embarrassed once again due to somebody in his family. And I'm going to be honest, the superstar quarterback continues to get embarrassed by his family over and over and over again. And I'm going to be honest, I'm starting to feel bad for him.
I want to make this video because I just need to clarify.
Pop singer Lizzo explained what she meant when she wrote, "I quit." The Instagram post spurred speculation that the Grammy winner was ending her music career.
When I say I quit, I mean I quit giving any negative energy attention. What I'm not going to quit is the joy of my life, which is making music, which is connecting to people.
This isn't the first time Lizzo has spoken out against the backlash she receives online. In 2020, she announced she was quitting Twitter, now known as X, because of too many trolls.
In no way, shape, or form am I the only person who is experiencing that negative voice that seems to be louder than the positive.
She has since returned to the platform and said she hopes to inspire others who face negativity online.
I'm going to keep moving forward. I'm going to keep being me.
Diddy's son, Christian King Combs, has been named in a sexual abuse lawsuit. Grace O'Marcaigh, a former yacht steward, claims Combs sexually harassed her while on a yacht in December 2022. In the lawsuit, O'Marcaigh explains she was served spiked beverages before things took a turn for the worse. This news comes weeks after Combs was detained as agents raided his father's home in connection with 4 abuse cases.
L.com on the story from the very beginning. Kiala, what's the latest?
Thanks for having me, Nancy. Things have just gone from bad to worse for Diddy. And now not only is he being accused of misconduct, but his son is being accused. Now, his son, Christian King Combs, he's only 26 years old, and he was named in a lawsuit by a young woman, 25-year-old named Grace, who was working on a yacht in December 2022, when she says that Christian Combs assaulted her, that he's tried groping her, that he trapped her in a room, and that it wasn't until another crew member came to stop it that she was finally released. She said that she was forced to take a tequila shot, and there's actual audio of that incident where she asks, "Is this drugged?" And he says, "Take the tequila shot."
Dr. Jonathan Majors has been sentenced to probation and 1 year of domestic violence counseling, but no jail time for assaulting and harassing a former girlfriend. The star of Creed 3 could go to jail for a year if he violates the terms of his sentence, including a no-contact order with his ex, Grace Jabari. At his trial, she testified that he attacked her in the backseat of a car a year ago. Majors was found guilty in December. He was then dropped by Marvel Studios, which had cast him to play Kang the Conqueror in its comic book cinematic universe. Majors' attorney says he maintains his innocence and plans
moved in a way that I feel bad on. I try to like jab my nigga back and I try to keep it friendly, but at the end of the day, that shit don't sit right with my spirit. So I felt conflicted because I'm like, bro, I know I don't really feel no way, but the world want to see blood. And I got my niggas like, what you gonna do, Cole? That I feel spiritually feel bad on me. Like I try to like jab my nigga back and I try to keep it friendly, but at the end of the day, when I listen to it and when it comes out and I see the talk, that shit don't sit right with my spirit. That shit make me feel, that shit disrupts my fucking peace.
Wait,
so what I
what?
want to say right here tonight is in the midst of me doing that and in that shit, trying to find a little angle and downplay this nigga's fucking catalog and his greatness, I want to say right now tonight, how many people think Kendrick Lamar is one of the greatest motherfuckers that ever
Wait,
touched
what?
the fucking microphone?
Wait! Huh? Wait!
Dreamville, y'all love Kendrick Lamar, correct?
This is a prank. This is a prank. This is a prank.
As do I. So I just want to come up here and be like,
This is a prank.
Publicly be like, bro, that was the lamest, like, goofiest shit. And I say all that to say, it made me feel like 10 years ago when I was moving incorrectly. And I pray that God align me back up on my purpose and on my path. You know what I mean? I pray that my nigga really didn't feel no way. And if he did, my nigga, I got my chin out. Take your best shot. I'm gonna take that shit on the chin. Boy.
No. J. Cole, it's one thing if he was the one that said the thing, but he wasn't even the one that started it. Bro, he didn't start this shit, bro. Yo, this nigga did not start it, bro. Is he corny for this? Nah, he not corny for this. He actually like, he not corny for this. It just take like big ass balls to do this. You a better man than me, my nigga. My nigga hop on the track and diss me in a Future album, nigga. What? And niggas is going crazy? Best believe I'm in the studio on a fucking drill beat, nigga. No cap.
CAA.
That's a lot of money. That should have been.
Well, let's go to another one.
I'm just saying.
CAA, Creative Artists Agency. They represented me.
Mm-hmm.
They also represented some of the people from Big Bang Theory.
Mm-hmm.
They also did the deal with Fox.
Mm-hmm.
My show was with Fox. The people from Big Bang was with Fox.
Mm-hmm.
We had 28 million viewers. They had 11 million viewers.
Yeah.
They were getting $2 million, damn near $3 million an episode, those white kids that had no name recognition, no Oscar nominations, none of that. We have 28 million viewers, and these jokers are paying me $325,000 an episode. And I'm like, every year I'm asking my agents what's going on. I didn't know that the packaging deal, my agents were
on behalf of 12,000 law enforcement people that the Police Officers Association of Michigan represent, we want you to accept our endorsement for President of the United States. Very important. We got it.
Louisiana governor calls for athletes to be stripped of scholarships if they avoid the national anthem after LSU controversy, a matter of respect. Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry believes athletes should lose their scholarships for avoiding the national anthem after LSU's women's basketball team sparked outrage by missing it before their defeat to Iowa on Monday night. The LSU Tigers drew heavy criticism when footage of their national anthem snub surfaced on social media, with Kim Mulkey's players nowhere to be seen as the Star-Spangled Banner played out in Albany. Ahead of the Elite Eight showdown, Iowa Stars were seen taking the anthem in while holding hands at one end of the court, only for the other to be empty after LSU headed back to the locker room. Mulkey insists it was by no means an intentional move, claiming her team were simply undergoing their standard pre-game routine. But Landry, who was elected governor of the state in October, is calling for athletes to be punished for a similar slip-up in the future. My mother coached women's high school basketball during the height of desegregation. No one has a greater respect for the sport and for Coach Mulkey, he wrote on X. However, above respect for that game is a deeper respect for those that serve to protect us and unite us under one flag. It is time that all college boards, including Regent, put a policy in place that student athletes be present for the national anthem or risk their athletic scholarship. This is a matter of respect that all collegiate coaches should instill. LSU players are never on the court when the national anthem is played before games. When asked about the incident in the aftermath of her team's 94-87 loss to Iowa, Mulkey said, Honestly, I don't even know when the anthem was played. We kind of have a routine when they're on the floor and they come off at the 12-minute mark. I don't know, we come in and we do our pregame stuff. I'm sorry, listen, that's nothing intentionally done. Despite Mulkey's explanation, LSU fans were still furious with the team for missing the anthem prior to Monday's game, which went down as the most watched women's college basketball fixture of all time, with an average of 12.3 million viewers. Do you think they can be forgiven?
Well, how would you like to have the legal right to ignore your boss's phone calls, texts, and emails when you're off the clock?
Yes.
California could become the first state to go there. This is a bill introduced yesterday. It would put up guardrails separating work and private time. Employees would be allowed to disconnect without facing punishment. France, Australia, and some other countries already have similar laws. Now, are you ready for the fine print, Yeah, I'm ready. Mr. Melvin? Exceptions would be made for genuine emergencies and for businesses that typically have late or erratic hours. Translation, morning shows. Yes.
Sorry, we're off, I know, on that one. And plus, if you did ignore your boss a couple of times, even though it's legal,
Yes.
you know, you're in hot water, I think.
You wouldn't have a boss for long.
Yeah, exactly.
Have we seen the last of Rajon Rondo in the NBA?
Absolutely.
It's official. You done?
Yeah, I'm done. I can't. I gotta spend time. I'd rather spend time with my kids than
we see you enjoy that, dog.
Making $200 million, and I'm, telling them certain things. They like, I'm like, nah, I'm gonna go with my kids over here.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Grand a week. This was the American dream for a young kid. So as this time continued, I started to do some stuff on my own. I was working with a group at that time called the Animal. We called ourselves the Animals. We used to sit in a gambling office all day long and just book and bet. We would be betting hundreds of thousands of dollars on the games. People wanted our services because we had an array of outs in Philadelphia, North Jersey, Connecticut. They were long days. I mean, days we used to sit in the offices. In my early days, we were in the office 10, 14 hours, because we were so afraid that we left the office that we would miss a number, and missing a number cost us money. And we didn't like when it cost us money, it hurt our group.
I'm about to give a gender-neutral, racially indifferent take. Now, if you want to say, well, Acho, cater your take based upon gender, Acho, cater your take based upon race, I will understand that. But I'm about to give a gender-neutral, racially indifferent take. Angel Reese, you can't beat a big bad wolf, but then kind of cry like Courage the Cowardly Dog. Because if you want to act grown, which she has, if you want to get paid like you grown, which you are, if you want to talk to grown folks like you grown, which you did post-game when you told a coach for an opposing team, watch your mouth. If you want to tell people get your money up, then post-game when you take an L, you just got to take it on the chin. Nobody mourns when the villain catches an L. And Angel Reese, you have self-proclaimed to be the villain. Shout out to you, because you were the second best basketball player on the court, and it was not close. Outside of Caitlin Clark, it was you. 17 and 20. Dog. Showed up. Biggest game, second biggest game of your career. Absolute dog. But you can't, under any circumstance, go to the podium and now try to ask for individuals to give you sympathy. No one has sympathy for the villain. You painted the bullseye on your back. Why are you surprised when people shoot at you? So if you want to act grown, if you want to pose grown, if you want to talk grown, if you want to talk to grown folks grown, then you got to take the L like you grown. Because what frustrated me is when you want to be the villain, but you want to hope for sympathy like a hero.
Today, the National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics banned transgender women from competing in the women's category. They also banned transgender men from competing in the men's category. They are saying that they are including us, quote unquote, but we can only play in post-season activities, which means we cannot actually compete. You may not have heard of the NAIA, but it's the second largest governing body of sports in college in the United States, the largest being the NCAA, which I competed in.
So that was an April Fool's prank by these two male figure skaters. However, that is not important right now, because I first saw it on Instagram and the comments are unhinged. Like, what? They are all big mad about two men skating together.
Count the rats like I want them. Count the red, we gon' want them. Carrots, I want them up on us. Clarity beats, I see water. Talking cash out when I want them. Talking cash out when I want.
LSU basketball star Angel Reese said today that she's entering the WNBA draft. And she did it in style through a photo shoot with Vogue. Reese says she was inspired by Serena Williams, who announced her retirement in Vogue in September of 2022. The 21-year-old is expected to be one of the top players in the WNBA draft later this month, along with Caitlin Clark of Iowa, who's moving on to the Final Four of the NCAA tournament this Friday.
Oh yeah, and there's one more thing I forgot to tell you. Caitlin Clark has been named to the USA Basketball Women's National Team training camp roster. She is the only non-WNBA player to be named to this roster. But first, in case we haven't met, hi, I'm Mel, and I talk all things women's basketball. Give me an assist and hit that follow button. Training camp will be taking place from April 3rd to April 5th. The Final Four of the women's basketball tournament is on April 5th. Caitlin Clark will attend training camp, but it's contingent upon how far the Iowa Hawkeyes make it in the NCAA tournament. And if the Hawkeyes make it that far, there is no way Caitlin Clark is attending the USA basketball training camp because the schedules would be conflicting. Here are some other notable names that have made the USA basketball training camp roster: Diana Taurasi, Ariel Atkins, Chelsea Gray, Brittany Griner, Jewel Lloyd, Kelsey Plum, Brianna Stewart, Asia Wilson, Jackie Young, Shakira Austin, Sabrina Ionescu, Aaliyah Boston, Ryan Howard. So this is just a training camp roster. This is not the final team that will be going to the Paris Olympics this summer.
At this end of the floor, it's been 8 minutes since Juju last took a shot. During that stretch, a 19-5 UConn.
So Iowa LSU got 12 million people watched that game. That's about double what I thought would get it because it was on cable, not broadcast television, but it really touched the hearts of Americans. So it beat the NBA Finals in 2023, Caitlin Clark did. It beat the 2023 World Series. It beat every college football regular season game except Michigan, Ohio State. But here's the thing. Women's college basketball also got 12 million viewers in 1983 because of another star, Cheryl Miller, and it lost all the ratings. It could never sustain it. The product is significantly better now. That helps. But this really is about two things to me. A superstar in Caitlin Clark, and they come along so rarely. But beyond Caitlin Clark, there's something else here that needs to be noted. This was 4 years in the making. You had the rival, you had Caitlin Clark, you have Kim Mulkey. Caitlin Clark is great. Women's basketball's on fire, at least for now.
Victor Wembanyama this season has 245 blocks. In the past 2 seasons for Rudy Gobert, he has 245 blocks. Based on counting stats alone and on-off numbers, Victor Wembanyama is easily the best defender in the league right now. He averaged
the first basketball that Spalding made. That's crazy. 126 years ago. Got the lace like a football because in the original rules of basketball there was no dribbling. Oh, everything was a pass.
He's gonna let me dunk it. So I get one chance. Hey!
I have Candace, you're doing highlights. I don't see this person in the rosters.
Yeah, because it doesn't have playoff implications. It's just one of the best ballers in the household of the O'Neals. You know, she's putting in work. She that point forward.
Oh wow!
Bringing the ball up the court right here. Future Gator.
Good pass, baby.
Look at that.
Get it back.
The space, needed it back, but you know what? Sometimes that happens. Setting a good screen, rolling here. Wow, look at that. Footwork.
Powerful underneath.
Look at that touch. And listen.
Look at her free throws.
She's shooting free throws.
Look at the free throws.
Already better than her daddy. Better than her daddy. Look at that.
Free throws are not
rolling
a family
the space.
Oh, wow.
Already using the touch. I mean, just smooth, silky. Overall, great performance.
Shaq, how does that make you feel, seriously?
I used to make her watch you.
Well,
I really did. No, so thank you. No, that
how's it make you feel, though?
No, like when she was little, I always told her, you know, just to test her out, can't play with the boys. That would drive her crazy. And like she would cry, and I'd bring her back in, and you know, like I showed something. But listen, I'm proud of her. I'm proud of all my children. But because of women like you, you know, she's able to do this. So thank you for that, and you know, thank you for being you.
I appreciate you, Shaq, and I know you have to be proud. Listen, no, but listen, watching him watch her.
Yeah.
In the back, doing work. There's nothing like watching your kids play, and it shows in his eyes.
You ain't gonna make me cry,
all
Candace.
that.
Go to
I'm
break.
just saying,
Go to break.
Make him
right there, he took a sip, trying not to have
Go
that.
to commercial now. How many students you got in there?
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 12.
All right, Roosevelt, send me
13.
Roosevelt, send me your address, and I'm gonna send them 13 MacBook Pros, if that's legal. All right, so yeah, send me the address today, and I'm gonna call my girl, and she's gonna send out 13 MacBook Pros.
And finally, upsetting
NC State is having a pretty sweet holiday. Both the men's and women's team pulled off upset victories, and they are both headed to the Final Four. Fun fact for you, UConn is the only school to have both its men's and women's team win a national championship in the same season, and they did so twice, 2004 and 2014. Ironically, the Wolfpack may have to go through the Huskies if both teams win in the Final Four, and it won't be easy. The defending champions have been dishing out beat downs. Their wins in this NCAA tournament have beaten teams by 39, 17, 30, and 25. And it won't get any easier for the ladies. Their next test is going up against Dawn Staley and her South Carolina squad, and they are looking unstoppable. Also, if UConn's women's team can upset USC, then we'll have two sets of schools with both their men's and women's team represented in the Final Four. You got to love March Madness.
Coach, you're one of the toughest to ever come out of Philly. We don't see these tears from you often. Why tonight?
You know, the win makes you the first black coach in college basketball history. You are a first to have 3 national championships and an undefeated season. What does that feel like? What does perfection feel like, Dawn Staley?
I mean, perfection feels great. I never really paid attention to being undefeated because it really didn't feel like that. Every day we would go into practice and, you know, we didn't practice perfectly. Every game that we went into, we did not execute perfectly. So all the things that we didn't execute are the things that were right there in front of us, and they felt like losses. I don't know why, but every close game, every time that we had, you know, some imperfections to look at and correct, it felt like we took a loss. Because we learned incredible lessons through every single game that we played, that we took the pressure off of being undefeated and put it on the process. And when you do that, you don't feel as pressured.
Such a fun routine right here. She performs to Michael Jackson.
T-shirt in the background says it all. Believe in yourself.
And then dances right out of that big double layout. Combination. Little moonwalk in the middle. UCLA fans on their feet. Last tumbling pass.
For the Pac-12 championship, just got to finish it.
Everybody's favorite as it drops to the splits.
These beautiful things that I've got, please stay. I want you, I need you, oh God. Don't take these beautiful things that I've got.
Night 1 of WrestleMania was completely mid. See, now this match right here, we had higher expectations for this match, but it was absolutely horrendously bad. I had this match being a main event type match. Instead, it was a stare down. It was like a wild, wild west. They were staring the entire match more than fighting. It was like watching the Young Bucks really go against each other. In all reality, they just kept super kicking. You would think they practiced this 1,000 times in a crib by themselves. You would think this match would absolutely be a 5-star banger the way these brothers came up. But instead, it was more so like this. The whole match. See, now, I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad because I'm glad they fought each other. Close this chapter, please. I'm done. Just shake hands. I don't want to see that again. Let's not talk about this matchup right here. See, now, these two, they was going at it. And then Gunther was really putting the beats on Sammy. My opinion, Sammy should have never won this match. The only reason why I'm saying Sammy should have never won that match is because the match wasn't a 5-star match. See, now, it was followed up by beautiful spots, including the brainbuster, the running haluva kick. All of those things was nice. No offense to Sami Zayn, he had a My Rise storyline to the title again. But all of this, just for him to beat Chad Gable, making Chad Gable seem very weak when we want him to be pushed, is honestly wasting our time as Chad Gable fans, to be very honest with you. Now, the main event, these four right here were playing WWE 2K a lot. Because not one time did they get counted out. Why? Because of this man right here, The Rock. Why? Because he don't want no countouts. They use weapons. They spit in each other's face. They pulled the referee. This is cheating. They was damn near playing the tornado tag match, bro. They was doing everything we do inside the game. The fact that we know Seth Rollins is almost losing the title completely now because Drew McIntyre is a Scottish psychopath and he's really going to Claymore kick him like about 3 times. We now know Cody Rhodes is finishing the story. Why? Not only did he get pinned 1 time, but he got pinned by the final boss. Which means everybody's going to help Cody Rhodes finish his story. Which means John Cena's coming back. Undertaker's coming back. Stone Cold's coming back. Hey, we might even see Brock Lesnar.
So WrestleMania 40 is in the book. What a great WrestleMania. More of night 2 than night 1, but overall, great WrestleMania. Night 2 goes down as top 5 WrestleManias of all time, just night 2. I hope everybody had a great WrestleMania weekend. Hope y'all enjoyed. We got to see new Raw and SmackDown tag champs. The new SmackDown tag champs is Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. New Raw tag champs, Awesome Truth or R-Truth and The Miz. We got to see a new Intercontinental Champion, which is Sami Zayn, which was very unpredictable because nobody expected it. Damian Priest would become world champion after Drew McIntyre would defeat Seth Rollins to become world champion. He would cash in on Drew McIntyre after CM Punk beat up Drew McIntyre. Shout out to Damian Priest. Bayley is the new women's champion. She deserved this moment. We got to see Jade Cargill make her WrestleMania debut alongside Bianca and Naomi where they will win the match. We also seen a lot more like the Uso versus Uso. Logan Paul retaining his championship against Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. That was a banger. Got to see iShow Speed. We got to see the Street Profits take the W alongside Bubba Ray Dudley. All types of stuff happened, bro. It's even more. But this match right here is definitely going down as the top 5 best main event WrestleManias of all time. There's no doubt about it. They cooked. But we will see Cody Rhodes finally finish his story and become new champion. And during this match, legends were showing up. We had The Rock, Undertaker. We had John Cena. Bro, John Cena put Solo Sikoa through the table, took a rock bottle. Undertaker shows up, chokeslams The Rock. And in the end, Cody Rhodes would do 3 crossroads and pin Roman 1, 2, 3 and become your new WWE Undisputed Universal Champion. And he was able to celebrate his victory with everybody that's pretty much a part of the Bloodline storyline. What a WrestleMania, bro. I'm giving WrestleMania 40 a 8.5 out of 10. Only because night one wasn't all that.
I can see! I have
Happy birthday, Billy D. Williams.
A lot of things going on. The man of the hour has an air of great power.
Congratulations is in order for Brie Anderson and Tim Anderson. They just welcomed their 3rd baby.
Hey everybody, this is Dr. Willie Jolly out on a ride on this beautiful day in Washington, D.C. I'm here with my neighbor. She's 96 next month. She was just telling me how she bought this home, a beautiful home in our neighborhood when she was 23. How did you do it? Tell them, everybody.
Well, a woman couldn't buy a house in her name then.
Wow, a woman could not buy a house in her name back then.
No.
How long you've had this house?
70 years.
70 years. Okay, go ahead. Finish the story.
And my broker told the people at settlement that I was getting ready to get married, and my husband was buying the house in my name. And that's how we got around that.
Wow, and you didn't get no husband.
Not till this day, thank God. And I was the first person of color in 16th Street Heights.
Wow, first person of color in 16th Street Heights. This is Women's History Month. She is a history maker. Tell everybody your name.
I am known as the mother of the neighborhood and also better known as Aunt Dolores.
That's it. I love her. She's one of the best neighbors you could ever have. Beautiful, gracious, glamorous, and first class. This is Dr. Willie Jolly.
Anisha Williams, a homeless mother of 6, just got a big pay boost from her job at Jack in the Box.
The day is finally here.
After years of battling business owners, workers at California fast food restaurants with 60 or more locations will now be paid at least $20 an hour.
This shelter in Kauai allows you to take a shelter dog on a field trip for the day. This is Kauai Humane Society, and we were able to spend the day with Moon. Moon was so sweet and so fun, and each dog wears a vest that says they are on a field trip and are up for adoption.
Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. Spirit lead me when my trust is without borders, and me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my...
About 10 and 11 Central, I got him. Correction, 5 off of 15, I'm sorry. Come here, buddy. Come on, I'm gonna take you home. I'm gonna take you home, okay? Come on. And I found him. Hey, buddy. Get your blanket. Come on. Hey, buddy. Good job, buddy. Good job, Midnight. Good job, Bubba. Oh, he likes it. Good dog. You grab the dog. boy, buddy. Good boy. Good boy, Bubba. Good boy, Bubba. There's a good boy. There's a good boy. Good boy, buddy. Good boy.
A bus carrying students from the University of South Carolina crashed in Mississippi, leaving at least 11 people injured. According to Highway Patrol, a tire blew on that bus, which caused it to go out of control, and it hit the ground so hard that it busted the windshield and ejected the bus driver. 2 of the people on board were airlifted to the hospital. One of those was the driver. 9 others were transported by EMS. The students were traveling to a formal in New Orleans at the time of the incident. Officials say one student on board took the steering wheel when it was going out of control and helped bring it to a stop. The driver and that student are being hailed as heroes for preventing the crash from being worse.
These 2 women are the last 2 survivors of the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre, and at 109 years old, they are currently making the case for reparations in the Supreme Court of Oklahoma. Their names are Leslie Bedingfield Randall and Viola Ford Fletcher, and they were children in Greenwood. Greenwood was a thriving black neighborhood in northeast Tulsa where, despite Jim Crow, black folks established 2 schools, newspapers, a hospital, and businesses that were so successful they got the nickname Black Wall Street. By the 1920s, Greenwood grew to over 11,000 residents and became one of the wealthiest black communities in the country. Now, we've all heard of Black Wall Street. It is a legend and proof of black folks' ability to thrive, which, of course, was a threat to the white supremacist laws and lies of the time. So, in 1921, a Tulsa newspaper printed a fake news story on the front page, claiming that a black teenager had attempted to assault a white woman. This was a really common lie manufactured by supremacists to justify white violence to control black communities. What happened next was one of the most violent massacres in American history. A white mob of civilians, police, National Guard, and local government officials stormed the neighborhood of Greenwood, burned and looted 35 blocks, destroyed 190 businesses, rendered 10,000 Greenwood residents homeless, and killed 300 black people. This white mob stole lives, wealth, and opportunities from the people of Greenwood, and no one responsible for the Tulsa massacre has ever been made to make full amends. Meanwhile, the survivors and their descendants still feel the impact of what was done to them. That is why these 2 survivors, Leslie Bedingfield Randall and Viola Ford Fletcher, both 109 years old, are sharing their stories and their family stories about this horrific act of violence in hopes that it will lead to true justice. Not just for the black descendants of Greenwood, but for all communities, from Buffalo to Boston to Birmingham, in need of repair. They are showing us that our history is right here with us when supremacists are trying to erase and whitewash history. They are showing that our local, state, and federal governments have an obligation to right the ongoing wrongs from our past and work together with our communities to reckon with the harm of supremacy from its foundation and ensure that these crimes never happen again. They are showing that reparations is about right now and about building a future where freedom and equality are real for everyone.
This is another Black in Review moment. Did you know a black woman is the godmother of rock and roll? Sister Rosetta Tharpe was an American singer, songwriter, and guitarist who was born in 1915. She combined her gospel roots with blues and jazz, paving the way for the birth of rock and roll. With her powerful voice, dynamic stage presence, and innovative guitar playing, Sister Rosetta Tharpe was one of the most influential musicians of the 20th century. Many music legends, including Elvis Presley, Little Richard, Johnny Cash, and Chuck Berry were influenced by Tharpe's unique musical style. Yet somehow her name is often left out when people talk about the history of rock and roll. So the next time you rock out to your favorite tunes, remember the pioneering spirit of Sister Rosetta Tharpe, the godmother of rock and roll.
It ain't nothing but a number.
What I would say? I would say I love her. Damn, but if you know me, bro, You know, I don't even like perks or pussy. I never been the type of that be pressed for pussy. But I remember a point in my life when I was chewing a lot of perks. I'm proud of myself. I've never been as happy in my life, bro.
Listen to first generation trap music, people like me, Jeezy, Yo Gotti, you know what I'm saying? You know, we were rapping about things we had done, got away with, and moved on. You hear me? You listen to the new age trap music, oh, they talk about shit they finna do tomorrow. You hear what I'm saying?
A one-time aspiring Harlem rapper who turned himself in to face charges in a long unsolved 1993 Upper Manhattan murder was granted clemency on Friday by Governor Hochul.
A lot of people are rooting for you, but one person wanted to leave a special message for you. That's my southern accent. Can't get the special out. Take a look here.
Okay.
I'm the father of Glorilla, otherwise known as my baby, Gloria Woods. I am very proud of my daughter. She has risen from humble beginning to going to the White House. I am extremely proud of Gloria, and may she have many, many more days of success.
I love my dad so much. He like one of the closest people to my heart. I love my dad.
Well, he loves you. We love you. You deserve this. Oh, you're crying.
I
am. Okay, I don't want to mess up your makeup.
I'm a computer scientist and a STEM advocate. I released a coding robot that teaches children as young as 3 years old how to code.
Okay, I got a 5-year-old, so how do we get started?
So there are 3 different modes for the coding robot. One of the first and easiest modes, I say as easy as 3 years old can start, It's the push button programming, and what it does is it's basically teaching kids algorithms and how to tell a computer what to do. So going forward, backwards, left and right, following your instructions. The second step is I have puzzle pieces that are floor puzzle pieces. When you put the coding robot on top of the puzzle pieces, it follows the steps. If you mistakenly put a puzzle piece in the wrong way, it'll give you positive feedback like, oh no, that was wrong, try again. Or if you get it, it'll tell you like you're awesome. And then the third step is I have a coding app where kids can actually go in and program and tell it what to do. In the app, control the expressions and everything like that.
You're so amazing. Tell the people where we can find you on social media.
Alrighty, my name is Tirsa Ridgway, and you can find me on all social media, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, at Tirsa, T-E-R-Y-S-A, solves it, and on my website, www.tirsasolvesit.com.
At 12 years old, this Mexican girl possesses an IQ higher than Albert Einstein and was 3 years old when she was diagnosed with autism. Her name is Adara Maite Perez Sanchez, and she is from Mexico City, where she grew up in a low-income neighborhood. At school, she was often bullied by other students for being autistic or different, and her teachers were apathetic. This caused her to change schools 3 times and become depressed. After her mother found out about her being depressed, she took her to a therapist who recommended that Adara be put in a gifted student program, and it was at this gifted student program where Adara's IQ was confirmed to be a mind-blowing 162, which is higher than Albert Einstein's.
I can't believe it's been 30 years since Sister Sister first premiered, and we met Tia, Tamara, Ray, and Lisa, and we fell in love with this chosen family. There was so much to relate to about Sister Sister, and we all can admit that the 2 theme songs that we got from Sister Sister over the course of 6 seasons were heavily iconic. Jackée Harry, who played Lisa Landry, took to Twitter to acknowledge and honor this anniversary of Sister Sister, and she said, "We didn't predict its longevity or success, but it shouldn't come as no surprise. When you put love, friendship, identity, and heritage at the core of your work, it turns into something everyone can relate to."
All right, I just want to add one thing. It's so significant to me today. Because, as I said when I started Joyful Heart and when I started SVU, and I learned about these statistics, nobody wanted to talk about it. Everyone had traditionally swept it under the carpet, for good reason, because these are such difficult things to talk about. And when I went to corporations, or when I went anywhere to talk about it or to get funding for the foundation, people closed the door and said, yeah, we never talk about that. So to be here today and have the biggest light in the world shining on the issue of sexual assault when there are so many is so profound, and it says there is hope and the world is changing. So thank you for being here. Thank you, my team, for the work we do, and thank you, awesome Empire State Building, for all your beauty and all your glory and your braveness, and for making the world a better place.
Tonight, you call me an innovator, and for that, I'm very grateful. Innovation starts with a dream, but then you have to execute that dream, and that road can be very bumpy. Being an innovator is seeing what everyone believes is impossible. Being an innovator often means being criticized, which often will test your mental strength. Being an innovator is leaning on faith and trusting that God will catch you and guide you. My hope is that we're more open to the joy and liberation that comes from enjoying art with no preconceived notions. And I want to dedicate this award to all the innovators who have dedicated their lives and their art to creating shift.
All of these fools, they try. You set the bar too high. You can't even match your fly. Can't get you out of my head, out of my brain. Chasing after love that I know it's been days.
funny to do?
No, only because, one, we're kids, we don't know, we're a bit naive, and when you have a writer or a showrunner and he's laughing the hardest, you go along with it because one, you don't know any better, and two, this is your job, this is your boss.
So when you were performing those jokes or even hearing your colleagues sort of saying those jokes, did it just feel like this is not really for kids? I mean, did you feel that when you were doing the show?
There were jokes that was going over our
completely
heads.
over our heads.
I'm 13 years old. I'm very new to like,
Comedy,
I'm not allowed to watch
everything, yeah.
I'm not allowed to watch South Park and Family Guy and things of that nature. I'm sitting here just trying to be funny. I'm just trying to be funny.
And with us coming in the second round of all that, we're looking to him because he's the creator of this. He is the guy that made so many people big, so you're trusting his judgment.
Giving you the chance to be of great use in our quest for preservation. The adolescent needs to be trained.
I never forget a fist. I don't mean it like that.
Nothing like a good twist.
Who doesn't love a twist?
Let's make some trouble.
Get out of my head. Stay alive. No matter what. We're gonna beat the shit out of him.
I have a better idea.
You wanna die? Okay. Maniac. This stuntman's crazy.
We're gonna surround him.
And we beat the shit out of him. Shit. One last stunt. Going down in a blaze of glory.
We need a big finale.
How many takes do you have of that?
I've got 5 takes.
So big.
What makes you think I want someone to be in love with me?
Hey, I love you.
I know.
Years since I've done this. Smash! You dead, shooter.
Why don't you just meet me at the Ninth Green at 9, Gilmore? Little secret of the pro.
And I'm not lying to you, that is smash.
I'm scared of the decision I made, but it just feels like destiny, and this is Destiny's child.
Amniotype, ready? It's a pretty big needle.
Oh, what? That's for my...
Yeah?
Cool. No, cool.
Okay, you ready?
What can I say? I like playing with my food.
Whoa! She's fucking flying!
I fucking hate ballet.